with the newest member of the Minnesota Vikings. Now Chris Evans with Kentrell Brothers. And Kentrell, congratulations first on being drafted in the 5th round, 160 pick overall.
Yeah, man, it's been a blessing. It's an opportunity I've been waiting on my whole life, and it's something that I'm definitely not going to overlook.
Take us through the process. What was it like? We always hear about it, but how was it?
Oh, man, it's a stressful process. Starting with your senior year, you're stressed playing well and stuff like that. You just got to let that come to you. Then going into the Senior Bowl, which is kind of the same thing. You're playing with all these new teammates, so you got to try to adjust while also learning a new defense. So, but it's fun. And then after that, it's the combine, which I didn't do too well in. And then after that, it's pro day, which I did a lot better in. Then after that, you just sit and wait.
What are a lot of things that go on with the combine behind the scenes? Obviously, you go on the NFL Network and you see people going through the drills, but what was it like behind the scenes with the tests and all that good stuff?
You go there and you have about 5-6 hours of tests off the bat. Then you go to about 4 to 10 hours of physicals. You go into a room, it's about 45 minutes each room, and then you gotta, for me, I had surgery, so I had to go do about 3 MRIs and x-rays and stuff like that. And then after that, you got meetings that night, and then the next day you got informal meetings, and after that 225, then they check your flexibility and stuff like that, and then after that it's all the field work that everybody else sees.
What's the interview process with all these GMs and head coaches?
I think out of all that, that's probably the most stressful one. They go in there and ask you some pretty weird questions. They see how your memory is. They ask you to teach them your defense, then they teach you theirs, and you have to go back and explain everything they taught you. So it's a pretty weird and stressful situation.
So we move over to the draft. What was it like, kind of waiting a little bit there and then finally getting the phone call? What was all that like?
At first, you get a little upset. You see all these guys are taken before you, after you think you've had a pretty good season. But, the process that you're thinking about and the process or the way that they're thinking is a lot different. They might see a lot of value in you in the later rounds. Instead of picking up a linebacker in the first, they'll get you in the 5th, and they'll be like the same thing. So, but after you get your name called, it's it's the best feeling in the world. There's no feeling better than that for sure.
What was the phone situation like? I imagine it was getting blown up, and social media was just a craze.
Oh, yeah. After I got picked, I talked to the coaches and stuff like that, and immediately after they called my name, I probably got about 2,000 followers on Twitter, a lot of mentions, a lot of family and friends calling me. I'm trying to get back to all of them as soon as I can, but if I can't, I will at some point.
Thoughts on the Minnesota Vikings?
Oh, man, they got a really good defense. They've had the top defense, I think, the last 2 years. Coach Zimmer is a defensive-minded head coach, and he's been doing a great job. They got some really good linebackers. They got a good veteran linebacker in the middle, so I had to go in there, work, earn my spot.
Your former teammate here at Guthrie, Dante Foster, had a little stint with the Minnesota Vikings. Adrian Peterson, a lot of people here in Oklahoma know that name as well. That was kind of a guy you followed as well.
Yeah, I watched him a lot growing up. We went to their games often. I was actually at the game when he broke his collarbone in the end zone. So, that's one of the memories I remember the most. But, he's a great player. Practicing against him, you should be ready for any running back in the league.
Thought about the weather. It's cold up there.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought about. As soon as they told me they're going to pick me, I was like, all right, let me go ahead and get my winter clothes ready.
Seems like not too long ago we were here getting ready for your senior year, and it just seems like the other day you were going through all those Under Armour or underclassmen thing going around all the entire state, over the nation as well. It finally paid off for you.
Oh yeah, I think that might be worse than the NFL process. Trying to get your name out there and get these offers from schools, and then schools overlooking you, and then school or teams coming to see you and stuff like that. I think it's a little worse than the NFL, but it's definitely a process that worked out for me.
Of course, you've come back to Guthrie several times over your career at Missouri, but what's it like to come back here the last couple of days? You're getting ready to fly out here in a couple of days up to Minnesota and starting ready to go to work, but what's it like to come back now?
The support from this town has been overwhelming. A lot of people come up to me, tell me congrats. A lot of people I don't know have been telling me congrats, which is always good, and it's just great to know that you have that support behind you.
Look behind us here at the football camp. You took part in a couple of these. What's it like to see these little Blue Jays coming up?
Oh man, it kind of reminds me of myself. These little guys, with a lot of heart. They're probably out here really, really tired and stuff like that. But little do they know that these coaches are getting them ready for a much bigger stage. So hopefully they take full advantage of it.
Well, Kentrell, congratulations on a great career. How would you sum up your 4 years at Missouri?
Quick.
Yeah.
I feel like I did a great job while I was there. I miss it already. It was a quick 4 years, but I got to give thanks to Mizzou for offering me. A lot of schools overlooked me, and they didn't. So if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be here.
Well, Kentrell, I know we're proud of you here in Guthrie. You're going to support us well and represent us well, and best of luck in your next adventure.
I appreciate it.
Kentrell Brothers, Guthrie, Oklahoma.